All right, guys, this is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and we are here with the live stream. We're going to check out some stuff, but once again, as always, we got to make sure that the world is not falling apart and that the stream is actually on. Because you know what? That's always important. And it looks like we are good to go. All right, so what are we going to do today? So we are going to be looking at the new Chimera boss. And also, we're going to be looking at some relic stuff. So we're going to see how that goes as well. So let's go into champs. We only got the one relic so far, so I don't even know how this works as far as getting them. We got the free one that everyone gets, and boom, this is the one we got, the Holy Grail. So we put it on to Yakarl because, I mean, why not? Why wouldn't I put it on Yakarl is really the question here. Um, he's my strongest hero. He hits the hardest. So yeah, that's why I did it. Uh, what does it even do? Well, it gives him 100 attack. And I think it does other stuff. Like, what does it do exactly? I don't even know. Here we go. Damage. Like, how do you actually check stuff? Like, is there a way? We haven't looked at any of this stuff yet. Edit. Nope. We're not going to do that. Well, we do have this as well, this gem. Turn meter increase effects are 10% more effective on the wearer. So that's actually really good for him because he can actually steal an entire turn meter. So I guess if he steals a lot of turn meter, he'll get 10% more, which means a better chance of him going twice in a row. So I guess that'll be good. So I'm actually kind of interested in that. Other than that, yeah, it's just plus attack. It seems like that just seems to be what we have to do. You can upgrade them too, but I haven't gone that far yet. So we're going to try and check that out. What is this? All right, so nothing else changes. So as you can see, there's now 4 slots here. Something new. I haven't seen the Hydra update. I don't know if that's actually even live right now. Let me see. Like, can you auto fight? I've beaten it. Maybe you have to beat it again in one turn to unlock it. I have no idea, honestly. We got to look into that though and see. Wow, is that music? It's very epic. Is that really raid music? I'm like, what is that? All right, let's go in and check out this guy here. Where are we going? Clan bosses. Let me just make sure. Okay. I'm just making sure I don't have anything else going in the background. The music's really weird and epic. All right. Let's see what this is about. So we have people who have already done it. It looks like we've already completed easy mode. So this looks to be more like I said, I've never even looked at this yet. So this is all brand new stuff for me. So it looks like it's working the same way as regular clan boss rather than the Hydra, but they still have the clash. So we're gonna, I guess, try it out on normal maybe, since they already beat easy. What are the rewards here? Drop info. All right, so we get whatever this nonsense is. We get this. We get fragments of this guy. So actually, funny enough, we will get a mythical hero, so that's cool. And then we get circular gemstones and epic gemstones, so that's good. Let's see if it gets better. So in hard mode, all right, so you still get 1, but now you have the chance of legendary artifacts. So that's cool. Now let's check out Nightmare. Drop. All right, so we still get legendary, but now we get legendary pieces for upgrades. We get a lot more of these. So that's kind of cool. And then let's check out what the difference is between Ultra Nightmare. All right, so Ultra Nightmare drops Mythic, and it drops 1 to 2. Was Nightmare 1 to 2? Let me just see. I didn't even look. Let me see. All right, so Nightmare is still 1 to 2, so that's fine. So we don't have to worry about it. So let's go in and just fight it on normal just to see what it's about. So I don't know anything about it. Let's take a look at this boss guide. So there are trials. All right, so basically by doing certain things, damage the Chimera while it is under true fear. What is this? Damage the Chimera on all 5 turns if this form uses skills that are based on, okay, blah, 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 max HP. So it looks like just a bunch of things that you can do. Oh, here we go. Damage the Chimera within 3 of its turns while it is under a decreased defense debuff and your champions are under perfect veil. So that's interesting. We get a free artifact for that one. So maybe we want to do that one first. Looks like all of these are pretty much reasonable. I think what we're going to do is just grab a team, go in there, and see what we get. Damage the Chimera with a single skill while your champions are under increased attack and block debuffs buffs. Will not count damage from counterattacks. I think we can do that one too. That one's fine. I have an idea for that. All right, so here we go. Let's do... So Yakarl would be a good option here, but let's just see. I just want to see what the fight's about. So we're gonna bring in our what you call it, our Doom Tower team. So now normally I would bring in these guys, all right, but we want block debuffs for that free artifact. So maybe we switch someone out. Maybe we pull you out and we bring in her. All right, so I'm gonna say accuracy. No, we're gonna do speed because this is the low end version. So let's see. We're just gonna start on auto. I'm literally just gonna watch it. I just want to see. We just want to see what this is about and how much damage this takes. And it said 65 turns, right? And it's over. So, well, this is on slow mo. We don't want that. All right. So, okay. So we can have decreased speed. So that's good. Interesting enough. I want to see what these are about. He's pretty cool looking, though. I'll give him that. They definitely did a good thing. Okay, so Smite actually works on this boss. Interesting enough. And then we have a multiplier. So does that go? I wonder if that goes up based on how much speed we have. Now, I wonder how much damage you need for this mode to get into the next one. I'm assuming that your clan has to beat the Hydra, right? I'm curious how much damage people have been doing. I think we already saw a couple of videos where people said that they were doing like millions and millions of damage. The other guy in my clan did what, 57 something? I forgot how much damage it was. 57 million? But that was on easy, so that doesn't count. I'm just curious as to the difficulty of this for new players. So far, it doesn't. I mean, he hasn't even switched modes yet, so I'm curious to see how difficult he gets in each mode, and if he starts doing extraneous amounts of damage. We're still at +2 multiplier. So far, it's nothing crazy. I mean, he's obviously going to be slower. Hello, Kara. Welcome to the live stream. You get to see us whoop the crap out of Chimera. So far, there's nothing going on here. It's like, it's just kind of whatever. I mean, I want to see him change forms. Like, I thought it was quicker than this. It's every 3 turns, right? Or every 3 rounds, right? They said. There we go. So now he should change, maybe? No? Let's look at his skills. So this is attacks all enemies, places provoke debuff. No one cares. That's stupid. Damage inflicted by this skill will increase 10% for each debuff on the Chimera. Okay, so that's not good. Also places 30% increased speed buff on the Chimera for 2 turns. All right, so there we go. He's changing. So now he's the, which one is this? Is that the goat? What is that? Looks like a goat. So what does this guy do? Attacks 2 times at randoms. The first hit will prioritize an enemy under the duel effect. Each hit decreases the target's turn meter by 50%. If the target's turn meter is less than 50, also places a stun. Grants extra turn if a stun debuff is placed. Okay, so that's not good. Attacks one enemy, then attacks all other enemies. Increase the damage dealt to all other enemies by 1% for each 1% HP lost by the initial target. This is a lot of stuff. Places a stun debuff on all enemies except the initial target for 1 turn. Also decreases the turn meters of all enemies except the initial target by 50% if the stun debuff was resisted or blocked. Did you mean your name is better? You mean your day is better? Finally places a 30% decreased crit rate. He's just a lot of debuffs. Wow, okay. So that's that. That was all one skill. When the Chimera is under fear or true fear debuff, the damage reduction effect from duel does not activate. All right, so you want true fear. Decreases the chance of fear, true fear debuff activating on Chimera by 25%. Increases Chimera's turn meter. So this, all right, so there's a lot of things going on here. Transforms the Chimera into ultimate form, okay. When the Chimera is under fear, true. All right, so basically this version is all fears and stuff, right? Reflects 25% of damage the Chimera receives back to the attacker unless they are under a duel effect. I don't even have time to read everything. All right, so let's go back. This is the main form again. All right, so attacks all enemies before attacking, removes all buffs from all enemies. All right, so that's whatever. The damage inflicted by this skill increases by 10. No, you can ask whatever you want. I don't care. You can ask about other games. You can. I just do the live stream so that people can talk and ask questions and maybe see some cool stuff. I don't really care. We can talk about I don't know, murder documentaries if you want. For every Hello. I was gonna say it's Saqib. I was like, it's a little far away, so I was having trouble reading it. For every 3 trials completed, the Chimera's ultimate form will receive the following bonus effects. All right, so basically, every time we do more of these things, we get stronger attacks. Now, the question is this reset every time? That's my question. Receives 10% less damage for each enemy with no buffs. Wait, 10. Okay, so if we don't have buffs, that's bad. Also receives 50% less damage from enemies under provoke debuffs. All right, so if he provokes you, that sucks. Do you mean Chimera? I feel like you meant Chimera, even though you said Hydra. Immune to petrification, stuns, blah 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 blah. Incoming damage inflicted by skills that scale based on the Chimera's max HP cannot exceed 100k on easy. Ah, wow. They put a cap on that. The damage taken from 1 tick of poison debuff cannot exceed 10,000. Really? That's crazy. They put that limit on that. I mean, so far it's just a fight. Like I don't know. Like it's gonna be the same crap as everything else, basically. It's just more stuff happening at once. I mean, we're at 16 rounds. The thing here is that here's my problem with this is that I'm hoping we get into the higher rounds quicker because this is gonna be a long fight. Like you're gonna be like, look, we're only on round 17. Let me see. Where are we? This video is now 12 minutes long. We did waste about 2 to 3 minutes. So figure we've spent anywhere from 5 to 8 minutes in this fight so far for 16 rounds. So my question here is who the hell has an hour to kill every day to fight this thing twice? And is it every day or is it once a week? I don't even know. Does it reset at the end of the day? I'll have to look when we finish this key. So right off the cuff, I don't know how I feel about that. So I want to get into the higher difficulties sooner so that we can die faster, is really what I'm saying. Because I don't want this to be, if this is like an hour-long event every day, then I probably won't be able to do it. Like, I just won't have time. I hope they figure out a way to speed it up. Today I'm fine with it because, we're doing a stream, so I don't care if it's an hour fight, But I'm sure no one's going to want to do this for an hour every day if that's how long this takes. Okay, so here we go. There's a timer up here, so that would be smart. So yeah, we're at 7 minutes so far, and we're only on turn 19. Can we do this like 4 times speed? No, it's only 2. That's it. 2 times speed is all the speed you get. I hope you guys are excited. This Chimera, he looks cool though. I'll give it that. He looks good. I like that there's a lot of stuff going on. The different forms are pretty cool. I mean, there's nothing to hate here so far. The only thing I can say I don't like is if this fight is just long. It's the only thing I can think. Oh, I didn't even look at what this was. What's this do? All right, so these are all okay. So these are the trials. All right, trials ram form. So that's ram form. Absorb damage using shield buff. So we're doing that. Viper form. All right, so that you can actually look at the trials here. So we've completed 2 trials, I guess. Is that what did we complete? Is there more here? Like, I thought there was way more trials. Can I not get in here as normal? Oh, here we go. That's why. So what did we complete? I guess we'll find out at the end. I'm like trying to figure it out. You were wondering about my best items. I don't know what you mean. Like my best gear, or like my best items at home. Like my favorite item is my dog. Or you mean my gear? Yeah, that's what I figured you meant gear, not stuff at home. Like I have a fan that I really like. It blows a lot of wind. Um, all right, so let's see. That we can look at after the Hydra. I mean, after see now you got me doing it. Damn it, the Chimera. And as far as King Arthur goes, so I downloaded it. All right, so here's my problem with King Arthur, and it's not even the funny part is the problem isn't with the game. All right, I actually played it when it first came out on I think it was on my phone, and I was like, we're talking like I think it was came out like 2 years ago I think, and I played it once. And I was like, okay, this is a good game. And then I forgot about it. And now it's like it doesn't play on my Mimo, so I can't use it. I can't stream it through what my app that I use on the computer. It's not compatible with my tablet, so I can't play it on my tablet, which is how I keep my games running. Otherwise, I can only play the days that I make videos, which would be stupid because I'll never get anything done in the game. And then I downloaded it on the PC just to try it, and it wouldn't let me run it it wouldn't let me record for some reason. So I don't know what the hell's going on with that game, but I have yet to play it, and honestly, I kind of stopped giving a shit because I'm like, if you're gonna make their game that annoying to download, then and it's not available on so many platforms, then I don't care about your game. So that's kind of how I feel about it. But that's just me. I'll give it another go eventually, but I don't know if I'll ever really care enough to make videos for it if it's going to be a pain in the ass. Unless somebody knows a better way, or if I end up getting a new tablet where it's actually functional, then maybe I'll do it. Or if it works on my new PC. Because I did get a new job, not a new job, but I got promoted into my job. So I actually will make more money now, which is good, which means I can actually afford the things I need for the channel, which would be nice, right? So basically, yeah. Oh, this is a new form. I'm like so into other stuff. Here we go. Attacks all enemies if there are any dead enemies, or if the initial attack kills at least one enemy, places an extra hit. All right, so basically more damage is bad. Attacks all enemies. The attack deals single target damage to each target individually rather than AoE damage. That's weird. Before attacking, places a hex debuff. Instantly activates. Ooh, that's not good. Well, poison debuffs. Attacks all enemies before attacking. Steals all buffs from all enemies except continuous heal buffs. Okay, that sucks. So this form seems to be more of a jerk. Whenever an enemy is killed, places one necrosis stack on all other enemies. Necrosis stacks cannot be resisted or blocked. Necrosis stacks can only be removed by reviving a dead ally. If multiple champions are revived, the number of necrosis stacks removed is equal to the number of champions revived. All right, so that's interesting enough. Revived enemies will have 25% less HP and 25% less turn meter. That sucks. Oh, back to this again. Oh, there we go. So far we're at 12 minutes. I mean, it doesn't work on my tablet. And like I said, usually if it doesn't work on my tablet, it doesn't work on the app on my computer either. Like they're pretty much consistent. Well, thank you. I wanted to call you Apocalypse, but it's I'm gonna say it wrong. We're just gonna call you Gaming. We're gonna call you A Gaming, Aaron. Thank you very much for stopping in. It's always good. I know it's a rough time. I figured I'd try to get this done early because I wanted to do the Chimera, and I can't do it later because I'm going to do things for Christmas type stuff. We're getting Christmas up in here. We're doing a lot of damage here, I guess. I mean, I didn't choose this team for the damage output, by the way. Like I chose this team because they have a million different skills. Um, that can help me stay alive and kind of see what the fight's about. I didn't choose them because I think this is going to be the best team. And honestly, even the poison teams and stuff might be bad for that one version who takes all the poisons and like steals your buffs or what is it? There's a whole bunch of stuff that can go wrong with that. So basically, there's not one team that I can see that doesn't get screwed over by any one form of this. So my curiosity is piqued. This is normal. We're just doing it to see it. So we skipped easy because apparently my clan beat easy. So easy is done. I'm in normal because we didn't kill it yet. So I want to see if I can do enough damage here. Because I don't know if I'm assuming we have to kill them first to unlock the next ones, right? So this is more just to kind of see what they're about. This isn't really, oh, we're going to fight the highest difficulty today, probably. Unless by some miracle, somebody else is fighting Chimera in the clan right now. And we do enough damage to kill the guy. So I'm curious. Normal difficulty seems to be pretty normal so far. He's pretty cool looking. I like him. The lizard, I like that he has like chicken wings. but they're lizard wings. I think that's my favorite part of this fight. Because I would assume we can't go in. Look at that. 32 million multiplier, huh? It's funny that I brought Spirit Host in here just so that we could maybe complete that one trial to possibly get an artifact. I'm curious now. So wait, I just realized we're probably not going to be getting any real rewards from this until tomorrow, right? Like all the other clan bosses. Like we got to wait. So basically every day. So this is going to be kind of like collecting, if that's the case, it's kind of going to be like collecting, what is that? Void shards and sacred shards. I mean, that's why when I posted the video about the what's new in raid, I was like, "Oh, look, more crap nobody wants." Like, just fix the stuff that's wrong. I feel like that would make everyone come back that left, and it would also just make the game more fun. Like, stop making your game so grindy. It's not. It's one thing to make the that what you need to do be a grind. It's another thing when you take everyone's time every single day in order to get something that you want in the game. Wow, we're losing. Look at this. He's doing some damage, and he was reversing damage there. Is that something that's going to continue to happen, or is that just that phase? I didn't notice it. Are we going to survive the whole? Okay, so he's healing back. All right, we're good. It was just that phase that he did like a reflect damage. Yeah, honestly, if they just did small change, it's funny that the changes they need to make literally would require like a day of work, and they're too much of a bunch of jackasses to actually do it. So that's why I screw them. I'm not playing your siege crap. I'm not playing your bullshit live arena. I'm not playing any of it. I don't care about it. And if this is boring, I'm not gonna do this either. I'll just what I'll do is if they do the auto fight, I'll just fight it on normal every day and do auto fight and forget it exists and just get rare artifacts. Because like I said, what do we need these for? These relics do nothing. Like what do they do? Is there something I need? Well, at least in my case, is there anything I need this for? Like there's a couple of faction crypts left that all I need to do is level heroes for, so I don't need relics for that. There's the Fire Knight, which we already started moving further along in. So Fire Knight hard mode. We're already on what now? Stage 7. So I have the ability to beat it. I just need to gear up my heroes to do it. Same thing with Ice Golem. So really the only thing I would even need a relic for would be to possibly do a Dust Devil fight that I also don't give a crap about. So it's like, what do I need relics for? Like there's nothing in this game that I need relics for. Literally nothing. That's why I like that he has this predator face. Can I zoom in? I can. Look at that. He's got his little predator face. That's cute. Can I move this? Yeah. We'll keep it in close because I want to see what they all look like up close now. That looks more epic, right, on the screen? You get to see his big fat predator chimera face. Yeah, but I'm definitely going to try and figure out the King Arthur thing. I've heard good and bad things. It looks like every single person who's doing raid content at this point is jumping on the King Arthur train. And to be honest, like I said, I don't feel like it's going to be a game that's going to take over for raid. It's not going to, because more than likely it's still going to be what every other game is, and it's not an MMO. This is an MMO game. Like if you have to look at how like the game is set up. It's made to where everything you do in this game takes a really long time to accomplish, regardless of how much you pay. Like you can't just go into, Doom Tower and get the last hero. All right, you have to play the game for a long time. And they set it up like that. So I consider Raid to be an MMO. I don't consider those other games, gotcha games, MMOs. I consider them to be basically just gotcha games. That's kind of how I look at them. This is an actual like this could be considered a game that you would play like a Final Fantasy. The only difference is there's no like giant story. Like they could probably fix that too. Just put better stories in here. They don't even need a giant story, which is funny. Like I don't care about these character backstories. Like that's not really of interest to me, but whatever. Just make a cutscene or something. Just do a cutscene every single area in campaign. Add a new campaign and put some story in it or something. Honestly, a new campaign area. I forgot what I thought. I was like a really good idea for this game would be to create a completely new campaign. like a secondary world out of Teleria or whatever the hell there is, like bring you to a new world and have a secondary campaign which has all, a whole new set of campaign. That would be probably the best thing they could do because it'd be cool. It's something new, that's something that everyone can do, and maybe just make Nightmare harder. That would be fine. But like easy, normal, hard, whatever, brutal, whatever, those could all be your same difficulty so that new players can still kind of experience it. But you know what? I don't think they care about that. They'd rather just add relics. So look at this, 20 minutes so far, guys. Are you starting to see where my problem is with this? Like, I don't know how I feel about this. Like, I almost want to die at this point. So, yeah, this is going to be the problem I think that everyone's going to have with this if it's every day. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Like, we'll see when we get out if what the timer says. Because if you have to do this every single day and do clan boss and do hot, it's like, bro, like no one's gonna do this shit. Like no one is gonna do this unless you're like really hardcore. If this is literally a 20-minute fight every time, they better have some what is it? Some skips going. They're gonna need it because otherwise no one's gonna play Chimera. I feel like a lot of people are already kind of done with the game. Once you start seeing like your main content creators kind of walking away from the game, I think that's when you'll know that stuff's bad. Like, because there's still the same, like, what, 10, I think, content creators out there that are like the really hardcore raid people. Oh, that was our first death. Oh, second death. Thank you. I was like praying for this, by the way, just so we can see what we get from this. Yeah, once you start seeing any of those main content creators disappear, you might have to worry. And even then, like I said, I don't even care about this game anymore. I just play it because it's fun, and I do my leveling of my heroes. This kind of stuff is just cool once in a while. It's nice to see something fun. So I don't really mind doing a video on this. But yeah, is this something I'm going to do every day? Who the hell knows? Wow, these two are really going at it. They're like still alive. I forgot that Spirit Host is a monster and doesn't die. Was that it? Oh, 65? All right, we got it. All right. Yeah, FOMO is definitely it. All right, so we got 50 million Clash points. Who did the most damage? What? Look at this damage of Spirit Host versus Spirit Host just hits with her A1. Let's be clear here. That is all she does. She A1s, 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 and then she wastes her other turns doing block debuffs and attack up. So she's got 3 attacks. Only one of them is a full hit, okay? And she did 4.6 million damage in that fight versus Mithrala's 5.9. Just let that soak in for a second. All right, so let's get out of here. Keep result. Oh, we can actually try again. That's not bad. We're going to keep the result on this one because I don't care. I don't want to go through that again. Exit this. All right, so we got whatever that thing was. So now, normal. So when do these pop up? All right, so it is once a week. 6 days, 17 hours. So we only get to do this once a week, which is better. That is better. I'm okay with that. And then what are we need for this? So for this one, we have to do 9.7 million damage. We well succeeded that. We're well over that. See, 1 key, 26. So it looks like this is the team that Wall used. He did 36 million. So Mithrala, her. All right. So yeah, she's a debuff monster. Obviously, he can do a lot of damage, and him. So that's the top fighter in our team. Is there like a ranking here? All right, so here we go. Let's look at some of the teams that other people have used in case you guys aren't doing the mystery shard only run. So it looks like we've got, yeah, Mithrala seems to be a big hit. Nut seems to be big in here. He's pretty good, but this is the best damage. Syl, Brogni. Really? That's an interesting team. I wonder, 252 million damage. All right. So what's doing that? Is that Nut? Is Nut really the whole thing here, right? That's causing that damage? Because look, the next one down is 169 million. And this has like some crazy legendaries that probably most of you guys won't have. Nut here you could conceivably have just because he was a free person. Brogni is whatever, and then Geo's epic. So all right, so here 154. This is a little bit more reasonable. Only two. I guess this guy's turning into a big fan. Why is everyone like him so much? What is he doing here that's so good? It's funny because I feel like he's one of the worst heroes in the game. But then again, I don't really use him, so I don't know. We'll have to look into that. All right, so now we've got some mythics. It seems like Syl, Mithrala, Nut all seem to be pretty popular here. Geo. This is the group of heroes that everyone got for free, basically. Which you'll probably see this team all the time, so that's fine. All right, yeah, I mean, it looks like it's all going to be the same teams for everybody. Nobody's really doing anything special yet, it's just people throwing in teams. All right, so let's get out of there. All right, let's now. What does that mean? So what does that do for us? Like, does that help us level up our artifact? Let me see. And where is that, by the way? I didn't even look to see if there's. Nope. Champion. Where is he? Let's go to artifact real quick, and then we'll go back into Chimera. What are we doing? Edit. All right, what's this do? Relic, gemstone storage, upgrade. So how do we upgrade? Oh, so we have to get these stones to upgrade. So then is it crafting? How do we do this? I don't even know. Crafting. Is it in here? Here we go. Relic crafting. Boom. All right, so you need 25 of the same material to fill a single slot. Really? Are you kidding? All right, so these are our relics. So we've got what is that? What does this do? Oh, Chimera group. Standard relics and standard group can be crafted in the forge using different materials. There's always a 50% chance to craft a relic from the standard group, regardless of the material combination. Of course there is. And then Chimera. Relics in the Chimera group can only be crafted in the forge using ocular masses. You can get these by battling the Chimera or as rewards in Chimera chests. The chance to craft a relic from the Chimera group cannot exceed 50%. So that means that no matter what you do, you're going to have a chance at crafting crappy gear, is what they're saying. All right, so this is pretty cool. 20% chance of placing the Storm Call buff. All right, so these are all your good ones. The Chrono Cube wears a 50% chance to take 2 turns in a row. Great. Yo, if you guys thought that the arena was a nightmare before, oh my God, dude. Like these relics are gonna just obliterate the arena. Lucky for me, I could care less because the arena sucks, but and I don't really do it and I don't play live arena. So like that's not gonna bother me too much. But for the people who like PvP in this game, well, you might want to find a new job. Where reduces the chance of debuff application, buff removal, or steal effects, turn meter reduction effects, and increased skill cooldown effects by 10%. All right, you're going to have a lot more people going really fast. Wearer's damage increased by 1% each time another champion takes a turn. When the wearer is under veil, stacks up to 30%. Damage bonus resets after the wearer takes a turn. At least it resets, thank God. Wearer has 10% chance to steal 1 random buff when attacking a target. This effect cannot be resisted. All right, so now you can steal buffs without any resist on any character, basically. How's that going to change the game? All right. Wearer damage increases by 1% each time they place a debuff. Stacks up to 30%. So that's a free 30% on heroes like what's that guy's name? Like Calvalax. Doesn't he put up like 4 or 5 poisons right off the cuff, right? So if you put this on him, he'll put up. You basically get a 30% attack increase right at the first turn. That's crazy, right? All right, so there you go. Wearer has a 20% chance to deal 10% or more damage when attacking. All right, that's basically Phantom Touch. I'm okay with that. Wearer's defense increases by 1% for each ally under ally protection buff placed by them. All right, so that's a reason. Like it's funny because from what I'm seeing here, the rare artifacts seem reasonable. Like they seem like they're reasonable things. Like that is totally reasonable. Extra defense up to 4%. Where turn meter reduction effects are boosted by 15%. That's fine. Whereas turn meter increases by 10% when applying stuns. Speed, sheep debuffs to enemies occurs once per turn. Like I said, these are all things that are reasonable. It's when you get into here that things seem to be a little crazy. Let's look at the hard ones here. Wearer places a 10% magma shield buff for 2 turns at the start of the battle. Also places a magma shield buff on the wearer for 2 turns whenever they lose 25% of their HP in a single hit. All right, so that's, I don't know what a magma shield does. Does that say? All right, ooh, shield strength 10%. So what the hell's a magma shield? Does this tell you? No? All right, I guess we'll find out. Whenever the wearer heals an ally with an active skill, has a 25% chance to place the fervor buff on an ally for 1 turn. These don't seem as bad. These are the standard group. When the wearer receives fatal damage, reduces it by 50% of their turn meter, and then fully reduces their turn meter. So I mean, I guess that's good. I mean, would I want that? I mean, it stops you from getting killed and kills your turn meter. So basically, it just makes it so you don't die and you lose your turn meter. So that's actually kind of stupid. I mean, because more than likely you're going to need turn meter once you survive that hit, right? Sorry, I realized that the comments weren't there yet. Yeah, they're not going to do a no relic season. Where has 20% chance to reflect stun. All right, so these look a little more reasonable. Like these are like normal relics. I mean, I'm gonna go back to crafting real quick. Here we go. Artifact, no, crafting. So there's Chimera crafting, and then where do you get the other stuff? Relic? No, we don't want this. Close this. So we need what? You need 100 pieces then of these? That's crazy. 100, huh? All right. Well, looks like relics are gonna be whatever. All right. So those are basically something. They're like, hey, we're gonna release some content, but you're not gonna get to enjoy it for 6 months. For at least for a minimum a week until the first treasure chest drop. Where am I? I'm not supposed to be here. We're not supposed to be here today. Clan boss, go back in here. All right, let's see. So we can't. Yeah, we can't. So we have to beat the normal one. So now let's see. Let's go into normal and see if. Let's see what we can do to maximize damage. So it looks like everybody seems to use these 3. All right, that seems to be a thing. Your Carl did the most damage in there, but he dies. I think he dies too fast, right? So who would I want to bring in here that's a little bit stronger? Gerda is very strong as far as staying alive. And who do we want to bring in as our next? Maybe a Drex? Hello, the only important thing in Clan Boss is not dying. I know that sounds like a dumb answer, but it's true. Start, right? Let's just try this. Yeah, regular Clan Boss, I actually have a few videos. I think you could check those out. Mainly just in the beginning, poison. Like you don't need to think about it too hard early on. Poison, defense down, attack up, shields if you got them. Like those are the main skills to get through the beginning. Why? Because Drex is a jerk. What does he do? Is there a burn that kills me? I guess we'll find out. Why is he? If he's on fire, what happens? I feel like we read everything, and it all seems to be the same crap, where everybody he just switches debuffs. What does HP burn do? Is it because Drex is a monster? Is Drex gonna kill himself or kill my team? Yeah, I mean, but we had who do we have? We had Mithrala in there. Your Carl doesn't really. Your Carl does speed down. Yeah, provoke won't work. Doesn't matter. Trying to think. Oh, fun. Yeah, fun story. We actually built that chick that I wanted to build for a while because we got the free ham or whatever was the feast thing for a free 6-star, and I decided that instead of using that to my advantage and making my place that making one of my faction crypts, stronger, I decided to go with a dark elf hero and just kind of use it as a freebie for myself because that's who I wanted to 6-star. So now we have a new 6-star, but I have to. It's going to take a while for me to get her skills max because she needs 13 books. What the hell's her name? Steel Boyer, right? That's her name. I am very excited that she's 6-star now. The good news here, guys, though, is that if Drex gets me killed, it doesn't even matter. You know why? Because we can just reset it and try a couple different turns. Yeah, that's what we had. It's actually funny enough exactly what we did have the first time. I'm curious about damage output, really. So what you're saying is marked might be a good option in here. Spirit Host did fine. I mean, we did 23 million, right? Nah, I don't need ninja. Ninjas for people who can't use orc heroes with HP burn. It's just because it's my own. It's really it's because I suck, and in order to hide the fact that I suck at this game, I don't use good heroes because if I had good heroes, it would show how bad I was at building heroes. But showing how I use crappy heroes to do things with terrible builds, it makes it seem a lot better because the rare heroes they're like, wow, I can't believe you did that with a rare. I'm like, yeah, it's because of my builds. That's why. I was actually considering building that orc, by the way, to 6-star with that free meal. It was one of the first thoughts I had was to build her. Some HP burn Orkin. The Orkin Man. Orkin Man. That'd be pretty funny if they added the Orkin Man to the Orc faction. All right, so I don't know if we're doing good or not on damage. I don't remember, to be honest. Where are we at now? We're on turn 10. So that's technically higher damage than what we did. We did what, 23 or 20? I don't remember what we did, 26? So I mean, if we consistently do 3 million damage per 10 rounds. Yeah, this is crazy though that I mean, I guess you can just put it on auto and walk away, which is basically what I'll probably do every week. I feel like I'm gonna forget about this. Like kind of like Hydra. There's been a few weeks where I forgot to do Hydra because it's just there. And unless a quest comes up to do it, I don't really remember that it's there. I think it's funny that they did this whole big deal, this big hoopla over this clan boss. And it's literally going to be a throwaway. Like we're going to do this video and then I'm going to forget about it again until next week. That's what they call not an effective update. That is what they call a bad update. I haven't even tried the background thing that they were talking about. I wonder if that's good. Yes, Wyvernbane. Hello, Keith. Welcome. You made it. You have made it. Yeah, trials are probably the most important thing here. But you know what? I think it's a try. You know what the main trial for this is? Is staying awake for the 20 minutes that the fight takes. That's the real trial here, guys. Is not falling asleep during this fight. I think I here's what I think. I don't know. I have a feeling that they said you can get what? You're probably going to be able to get the regular relic stuff from Live Arena and Siege. So once again, like I said, I don't care. So at least we get stuff from here. Now the question is how much do we get? You know what I mean? Like, are we going to get? I don't know, because you need 100 to get one relic. So if we only get like 25, it means what? You have to wait a month to craft one freaking relic. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It depends. Honestly, it depends on what the drop rates are here for these relic things. Like, and if we actually, I mean, but you will get a relic every week, right? Hopefully, that seems to be what it looked like. If you get the damage, hiccup. you will get a relic every week regardless. So the crafting is just kind of a bonus. But that once again, it means you get 4 relics in a month. So it's like, well, possibly two, right? I don't know. I don't know how many relics it drops. If we beat the boss, you get 2 boxes. So then I would assume, right? So maybe 2 relics every week. And the other question is, you get extra copies of relics. Like, can you hold 2 or 3 relics? I'm assuming you can, so that you can put the same relic on other heroes. I don't know. I feel like that's a lot of just annoyance and managing more crappy gear that I don't want to. I don't want to manage. I think it would have been better if they just made it where you could unlock things on each character separately, so you don't have to you know, go through all this more inventory with relics and stuff. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see as it progresses because I'm not sold on it, and I'll be honest. I don't give a crap about it. Like it's not. This is not something I'm not interested in it at all. Like it's not going to make my experience better. These relics, I don't think it's going to change anything for the game itself. We'll see. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's not interesting. Like it's boring as crap. It's terrible to get. Like what's the point of putting something into the game that we're gonna have to wait months to even enjoy it. Like it's like I get they have stuff in like Final Fantasy, like you have your relic weapon, which you're doing quests towards it, but you still get incremental upgrades to your weapons as that goes on. So you can finish the first set of quests in the first week or two, and you're moving towards something. This is literally just waiting to get a crappy crafting pull. Like it's like all right, cool, like good job guys. It's stupid. Like it's just dumb. It's a cool boss. I'll give it that. They did a good job on, making it look cool. It's boring as hell because you have to sit here for 20 minutes. So that's stupid also. Oh, there's a package where you can buy relics. So even better. Yeah, I didn't look in the shop yet. I'm sure that's going to be a thing. Buy your first relics so that you can get ahead of everyone. Yeah, like I said, it's going to be I already knew it was going to be like this. I figured it's gonna be like for me, I'm gonna equate it to stone skin gear. That's what I'm gonna equate it to. Wow, we're getting our butt handed to us. I guess you were right. Who would have thought that you were right about the damage output? So see, look at this, terrible damage. Drex is getting everyone killed, man. He's doing a good job. Oh, I don't know if he's getting them killed. I'm assuming that's why because we didn't have him last time. We also don't have any revive left, so this is dead. All right, let me just see. End battle, free regroup. Let me see something. We're gonna try something else. So we're gonna take him out. We're gonna take her out. We're gonna bring. All right. So she had block debuffs and speed. We've got revive, but the funny thing is we haven't needed revive except for like that last second. So do I really need her? Everyone else is using her. Hmm. Let me see. No team of the week yet. Um. Yeah, it does begin with a B. All right. So who do we need? Who do we want? More. I would say more support type heroes, right? She didn't really do much. It's a tough call, man. She doesn't. Funny enough, Yannicka doesn't do any debuffs and stuff, right? So she could be an option. But then we want more people. All right, so we have block debuffs. We have attack up, defense up. Do we have defense down? I think it said one of the challenges was we want defense down, right? But it's going to throw those debuffs on us. Well, let's try him. Let's see if Lock Wayne can make Papa proud. That's. I don't know if we're going to run the whole fight. We'll see. We're getting up to that point already. Let's see. We're at what? Yeah, we got about 10 minutes. Let's see what happens. If the damage is good, then we'll still let it play out because I kind of would want to do this again just to kind of like just test out the waters. That's why I kept the one key. I'm like, I'll just leave that. I'm actually shocked that Spirit Host did that much. And when I'm a buff thief. Oh, shnikes. Oh, that was good. You know what's funny? I crapped all over God's Raid and I hated it. And I put out the video because actually, what I wanted to do for the next month, actually, funny enough, is I want to put out videos for a few games that I still kind of play. Like I still mess around with them once in a while. And God's Raid, I kind of came back to because I wanted to see like what changed. Nothing changed. Like it's still the same crappy game that it was as far as the bad things about it. But they definitely made it easier to level up and stuff, and that's why I put that video out. So we're gonna be doing a bunch of videos on that kind of stuff, like the games from the year maybe that like I was thinking about going back into what was it? Like I'm not necessarily making series about them, but just like one video for each game to kind of see where they're at now. What was that other one? Lost Realm, right? Chrono Croft. I actually downloaded that again. What's the other one that's really fun? Crusader's Quest. Is it Crusader? Yeah, Crusader's Quest. I downloaded again and started messing around with that. That's right, Keith. You tell them. What's the other ones that we did? Crusader's Quest. There's a few games like the ones that actually kind of stick with me. Kind of like Raid. Like Raid kept coming back. Like I kept going back to it for some reason, and that's why I'm like, you know what? Let's just do a couple of videos every week on that. I want to see what other games people like out there. I would love to find another MMO type game like this where it's we can start doing stuff with it because eventually this is going to be just heroes leveling. That's it. Once we beat faction wars, it's like there's not much left to do. So essentially, I'll probably when we get to that point, it'll probably just be. Um, I have not tried King's Arthur yet. Well, no, say I think we talked about it before. I tried it out a while ago, back when it first like came out as like a beta thing. It was like 2 years ago, a year ago, whatever that was, and apparently it can't. We don't. I can't get it to work on my tablet because it's not compatible, and that means I can't do it on my computer either. So it's annoying. So one of two things. Once I next year, once I get all my new stuff because my new job, um, I buy a new tablet and I buy a new computer, and then it works on both. That's option one. Option two, I forget the game exists. I'm leaning more towards option two right now. This guy is. So it doesn't look like we're doing much damage here. So this team is not. They might survive, but they're not doing anywhere near the damage that my first. We might just stick to the same team we had. Like that was a pretty good run. I'm thinking. So who's doing the? Can we see who's doing what? No, continue. No, no, no. I'm just trying to figure something out here. I never remember how to do things. I thought it was in here. No? Continue. It's annoying. Whatever. I'm like, it's annoying. Oh, we can click him to target him. We can target the only thing here to target. All right, so the trials, so we're doing terrible here. We did 3 million in that first round. So 4 million for 20, so this isn't going to work. Let's try a different team. So we're going to take Lockwain out, take her out. All right, so your Carl did 9 million damage. We have to think about that. So there's that. Now we could keep the speed up or we could do attack up, but that doesn't really help these two because that's not their defense. Who was the other one we brought in? I forgot. Hmm. I mean, Oh yeah, it was that's who it was. It was Arbiter. I'm trying to think who might be a good option here. Who's a good single target damage dealer? Someone who does a lot of damage. Hmm. Maybe her? I don't know. Let's just, like I said, we'll just give it a couple shots. We'll give a few more tries. We'll see how it goes. It's funny, there's a few games out there that I actually saw that I played a little bit and I just decided not to make videos on them. I forgot what the other one was. Stellar Traveler was okay for like a day. It's kind of boring now. Like it's a cool looking game, I'll give it that. They definitely did a great job with that, but it was trash. After like the first week, you're just like, okay, I'm bored. All right, so let's see if now these two can do something with this. Because she doesn't do any buffs, I don't think. Yeah, you can provoke me. It's so funny that Spirit Host put up 4 million damage in there. That was crazy. I don't know if they're going to survive long enough here with this team. We got to figure out kind of a mix of staying alive and doing damage. Because right now it looks like this is a much better damage situation. Yeah, fear is one of the trials. I don't know if I have. I don't know if I have anyone who does fears that I can think of. What, Cleo? Blah, blah, blah. Cleo. Who's the other one? Headsman. Does what's her name? What the hell's her name? Oh my God. I was gonna say Lydia, but that's not it. I forgot her name. That's the Archangel lady, the Tomb Lord. There you go. She might do. I think she does fears too. All right, so right now we're at 2.7 at 8 turns. I mean, we could try Cleo. That's actually not a bad option. But she hits pretty. Wow, that did nothing. What is this now? Hold on. What does this do? Unbreakable force. That was one of the things that we probably read and skipped over. We were like, whoopsie. Whoopsie, I forgot what was going on. Yeah, I mean, maybe we can try out Cleo instead of her. Let me see how much damage she does. Here we go. Boom, 76k. Yeah, she does reasonable hits with that. Her single target, Gwyneth, her single target hits are insane. 96k. All right, so this isn't terrible. It's a question. It's really just a question of whether or not they'll stay alive now. This is going to be one of those fights where mythicals are going to play a huge role, probably, because you can shift the skills that you use. So I'm assuming that's where this is going. They want you to have mythicals to get the best result here, I would assume. Because you can have heroes that'll shift what they do for each phase. Imagine doing this like not on auto, doing this as manual. It's already a 20-minute fight. Let me see here. All right. We'll let this one play out for a little bit. I want to see how much she can do and when we die. Because we started dying pretty quickly on that other team. I'm curious if these guys... So far, it's not terrible. You know what? Actually, let's just test out one more team. So wait, hold on a sec. Continue. So right now we're at 17 with 5 million damage. Let's see if Cleo being switched in changes that. So 17, 5 million. Let's bring Cleo in and see if that changes anything. The other thing I want to do is go back into speed so we get more turns. So let's try that out. Let's just see if this makes things better. By the way, I love that his name is Hebrew Messiah. That's a really good name. Now, I don't know if Cleo's gonna do, is she not gonna do her fears because she has to have the hex, right? To get the fear, right? So maybe she's not gonna be able to do the fear. So really we're just banking on whether or not she hits hard. She does have weaken. Yes, they are all booked. Every last one of them is all my heroes are booked. The only heroes that aren't booked are the two I'm working on right now. We're actually almost at 100 now, I think. All right, so I don't think Cleo's a good option here. I'm starting to think that Cleo might not be the best option for this. I mean, we're at 1.5, so it's not really changing our damage output in the beginning. And we do, all right, we do have that. Oh wow. He really didn't like him. All right, free regroup. So he does not like Cleo. Did I keep that? No, I didn't. All right. Let's take Cleo out. Let's just try her real quick. Let's put her in the lead and see if this works. Wait, did I just do that right? Was she attack? I don't even remember. I know she's attack up. I think your Carl might be stronger. I just want to give this one more shot. We'll see. All right, so we have hexes. Hmm. Now the thing with Tomb Lord is that she doesn't Tomb Angel, whatever her name is. Um, she doesn't use her AoE as much as she should. Yeah, that's something I could think about too. You know what? I'm glad you said that because honestly, I forgot about that. Let me see. Let me just try something real quick. Once again, why use a legendary when you can use a rare to make your life better, right? The poisons are going to screw us up, but I don't care. I want to try it. Let's see if my girl Hyria is as good as she says. She said she was good. Now we're gonna get a bunch of poisons. Are they all in speed sets? No, they're not. Like I said, we're not speed tuned for like Hydra and stuff like that. We don't really care about it. So this is all kind of just whatever. It looked like our best turn so far. I mean, granted, we were able to get a one key. Obviously, we're only on hard. I could imagine Nightmare is going to be a pain, but I'm just curious if Hyria is going to help us at all. I don't think she will. I figured we would give it a shot. Interesting enough. There you go. More hits. Yeah, no, she's not doing anything for me. I mean, let's put it this way, guys. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but let's put it, I don't care about this. I'm gonna mess with it a little bit and see what we can do. I really don't. Oh, affinity changes? Nice. Okay, so affinity changes as well. Um, looks like we can pretty much do, I mean, what do we got here? 290 million here for this fight. Yeah, I mean, Hyria will bring damage up, I think, in the overall. But she would have to be. I'd have to probably pull out. What's her name? Her Spirit Host. I mean, this team did pretty well. I ain't even mad at it. We got 2 turns and we got 23 million damage. I mean, it's not that. Considering that he used my girl here and Nut as the secondaries, I mean, I'll take 23 million for this. I'm not. I'm not that mad at it. It's not like 23 million is a terrible number. You know what I mean? What do we need for Brutal? So Brutal, we need 36 million. So technically, we're still good for Brutal. And then remember, this is new content, so it's supposed to be harder, right? So 84 million on Nightmare. That's crazy, especially if you have to do, yeah, 112. Especially if you have to do it in one turn, one go. Ooh, to get the auto clear, that would suck. All right, so yeah, rotation 3 weeks, 6 days. Really? What is that about? Does he change? Does his rotation change? That's weird. Okay. Well, there you go. We got more keys. All right, let's go look. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do it, but it's going to be one of those things where I'm not going to probably care about it. Like it's going to be one of those things where I just kind of do it every week and eventually we'll get them. Like it's figure if it's every week we get a box, it means I'll get one. We could probably beat easy. I may just say screw it and do easy and normal every single week. And if we beat those two and it gives us 2 boxes because we beat it, then that means you can get like 4 pieces, right? Ish of him every single week, which isn't terrible. I'm not gonna lie. It's not horrible. So we'll see how it goes. I definitely think it'd be better for us to beat the boss though, to get the boxes. So if we can beat both of them and everyone gets to turn on both bosses, that might be the best option. All right, so let's just look real quick while we're on here. So I have to put this on auto as soon as we're over because I forgot to do it the other day. And I was going to do it this morning and I forgot again. So where is he? Here we go. All right, so Marauder. We are... I figure I'll show this real quick. So all his skills are maxed. We're good there. We're working out his last 2 masteries, so I'm going to put this on auto right after. Oh, it's not guaranteed then. Well, I guess we'll find out how guaranteed. But yeah, we're going to get him finished out, and then you're going to get to see Marauder on the screen. So he's good. And then we also, where is she? We also did, here we go, my girl, Steel Boyer. Her gear's not set. I'm still working on it. I do have to level some of it up. We're going to see how she does. I would like to have fixed her a little better. This is kind of where we're at. Her accuracy is reasonable. Crit damage, I would love to have gotten it up to like 200%, but the gear I had wasn't working too well. But I got her attack up pretty high, 3,800. It's not terrible. Pretty reasonable HP. We'll see how she does. She's got a high crit rate, so that's good. And she does have the HP damage thing, which is nice. So we did level her up. The only problem here is this. Is that, look at this crap. 5, 6, that's 11, and another 5. So we need 17 books, basically. Or 16 books, whatever that. My math is bad. To get her max. So it's gonna be a while to get her done. And then we are working on Lumberer. I don't think I reset his gear, so we're gonna take all this off. And then Perforator might be the answer for dwarves right now. I think his gear might have been reset. I think I was looking to reset it. Yeah, I don't know. I got to look at it. But we're going to fix him up too. So these two are probably in the near future. Both are force, obviously, so pretty cool. So those are the guys that we're working on now. And we're going to keep Boyer in the background. Like don't expect to see her in a champion spotlight immediately, unless for some odd reason I get a whole bunch of books to book her quickly. So we are going to be using her, but she's just not going to have books for a while. So that's her. And then remember too, we are also about to get, who might take precedent. We're about to get Limburga. So Limburga. So we only need 20 more pieces. So next week we'll start getting more because we already got the ones for this rotation. So we will be seeing her probably within the next few weeks. So just know that she's going to be popping up, and that's basically where we're at. All right, so that's it for today, guys. Thank you for all showing up and showing off. I know you guys are excited to see an ugly orc girl with 2 knives and a bikini. Yeah, Thank you, Raid. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the Chimera. Like I said, I'm not really excited about it. It's just something else to do is what it is. It's just a thing. It doesn't really have much impact on the gameplay or what we're going to be doing in this channel. So, yeah, it's you probably won't see much of it for a little bit. I may end up just messing with it when I have time because I mean it's hard to sit there for 20 minutes every time, every go. You know what I mean? Just to try to get a better result. So I'll probably just kind of coast it a couple times, give it a shot. Maybe I'll leave that key for the end of the week. Like just keep wasting my time on it every day. Just kind of see what teams do good on it for me. And maybe I'll have a better answer for you guys next week on the regular video. So we'll see. I mean, more than likely not by next week. If I have a good answer for it, it'll probably be the week after. Because yeah, it'll be reset by the time I already. Because I'll probably be doing that the year 3 video before I have time to mess with it. All right. Yes, Keith. Thank you for showing up again. All you guys, I hope you have fun. Go kill some Hydra. See if you get something from it. Go level up in the arena. Go play live arena, guys. It's the best part of this game. Remember, it's my favorite part of the game. That's a straight lie. And just so you guys know, all right, just so you guys can see, I never do it. I haven't done it once, not once, since I said I wouldn't. We literally haven't touched it. I don't do it. I don't go in there. I freaking hate it. All right, that's it for today. Thank you guys. If you're not a subscriber, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments below. I'll be posting this up if you want to watch the whole thing. If you missed anything, I'll be posting this literally as soon as we're done because it's already Friday. So I'll be posting it up and you guys can see it. I was waiting for it to go live before we did the live stream. All right. Thank you guys. This is Chimera, the most useless new content I've ever seen in my life and really long and boring. This is Mobile Gamer Nerd. And you guys take care.